I'm surviving all by myself. No, I never needed the help. Like I'm surviving after the wells. Yeah, after the wells. I get money, that's all I need. Like I just keep on stacking the green. No, I never needed a team. Needed a team. Like every day is different, you know, I can't stop. I keep stacking all this money up. I really need to go out. Gotta keep on moving. I'm gunning to the top. I can't take my time if I just want them diamonds on my watch. And I'm mixing up the flow just like a switch up on the block. If you playing like a bowl disc, I might make it pop.
What up, my survivors? It's Delilah the Survivor coming to you again. Chapter 15, Episode 2, Mental Health is Important. Okay, so yeah, I'm trying to make this intro song thing work. If this phone would have been charged, I would have had it up. I told you I'm still learning, and the more I YouTube binge, the more I realize this mess ain't cheap. To make money, you gotta spend money. Is that my number 2 who just told me that? I think so. But intro song is by Sauce Universe. Song is called Survival. I do believe he completed the whole song, so it's not just the intro. So give me a thumbs up. Comment below if you'd like to hear the whole song. And I'll try to get that to you. But okay, on to mental health is important. If you guys can remember in a few chapters ago, if you didn't, just go back and watch some of them. I need some more views. But back when I explained recently in one of my bullying videos that I had gotten, I knew something wasn't right then, because I came home crying and I was out of breath. I didn't know what it was, and I did want to end myself. And I knew I knew that wasn't normal. Hold on, y'all, need a drink. I knew that wasn't normal. So it was after I had my daughter, the legal husband came to pick me up from work. And when he came and picked me up,
can I show another hand real quick?
No, you got till 3:30. My bad, he wanna go outside. But he had our daughter with him. I'm like, where is she? Yeah, my mother got it. And this was the first time ever. And yes, she was the third one, but this was the first time ever. Before, when my mother would get, or my brother would take the boys, we were also in the same house. This time I was like, what? So had a panic attack. My chest was hurting. Didn't know what was going on, but I got through it. Mind you, never knew what a panic attack was. Then I'm working with my mother. And I don't know if it was a supervisor or HR department ticked me off so badly that, hi, sorry, he coming. So sorry guys, his little buddy wants him to go outside. 3:30.
All right.
So,
hey survivors.
So I go into a panic attack that was so bad. And I mean, we used to keep, it was these trees that was in this one part of the hallway. Mind you, it was me working in, my mother, I don't know if both of my cousins were still there or just that one. But like it was so bad, like my body just dropped. And my vision was like blurry. I remember from earlier that day, my cousin had on a red shirt. So when I looked up, that's all I could see was his red shirt. And I could hear my mother's voice. What the heck is going on? Then, more and more and more, because mind you, I explained to y'all before that I had written my mother a letter telling her, you know, I don't want to do it no more. I just want to. But I had never expressed it to her again. So, like, I'm realizing more and more and more that I'm having this thought. And it's not normal. So then, you know, okay, I explained to y'all how me and my legal husband split up again. And it had nothing to do with him, but I was staying in the apartment with my brother, but still kind of under her hold, I guess you can say. Because her name was on the lease, not mine. So, like, she's pushing buttons one day on the phone. Like, I told y'all, we're toxic. I'm not going to say we are toxic. So she's pushing that button. And the main button she was pushing was my motherhood. So, sitting in the bathroom, and I'm like just crying. The kids asleep, but I'm crying. I'm like, how can I end this? And it wasn't like voices was in my head. It was just like me talking to myself. Like, how can I just get rid of all this hurt, all this pain? I don't want to do this no more. This is not what life is supposed to be like. So, whatever pill I had in there, whatever pill she had left over in there, I took. Didn't know what was going to happen. I just took them. Now when I think about it, I think about how selfish that was to my children. Because after I took them, I went and laid in a bed with them. And like, see, I'm gonna cry. But now when I think about it, I think about how selfish that was of me. My brother, he a grown man. But to traumatize these lives that I put into the world like that, that was selfish and neglectful of me. And I'm woman enough to admit that wrong. That wasn't the smart thing to do. It wasn't the right thing to do. So when I woke up the next morning, because God wasn't ready for me, he wasn't ready. I was very groggy and like, you know, could barely move. And I guess part of me knew what I did was dumb. So I had text my cousin who didn't live. I don't think at the time she lived. I think she still lived with my aunt. So I'm texting her, you know, what I did. My aunt, she tells my aunt. My aunt calls and tells my mother. Next thing you know, she busting up in the front door with the ambulance. And I told this part of the story before. I'm repeating it for you folks who haven't seen it. The EMT driver said, "You're such a beautiful young woman. why would you want to do something like this to yourself? She was right at the dining room table. I pointed right to her. I wanted everybody in that room to know that woman right there. So yes, they took me away. And when they take you to the hospital for that, they put you in a room by yourself, but you're also guarded. They take sharp items from you. They take all kinds of items. They take everything from you. At the same time you're being guarded, they take everything from you. And then when they had a room for you, this was a spot I had never been in the part. I've never been in this part since in the hospital. It's just a bed in there. It's dark. You have no windows. I didn't think they'd give you a TV. So they come in there, they check them, like, yeah, we think you need to be admitted. So I was. And being there is when they got me on the right, well, they got me on the medications. Took a minute for them to get the right ones, but they put me on they got me on some meds, and that's when I started my therapy. And then I was diagnosed bipolar, depression. I'm not ashamed of it. But y'all anger me when y'all, the first thing, because certain celebrities throw out that Ye has bipolar. All bipolar folk don't act the same. And don't say that's because he might just free will speaking, because that's him. That's him. The whole joke, and I used to do it too. Oh, you acting bipolar today. No. It's not a funny joke. It's not something you just throw out there because you know a person is diagnosed with that. Like, really? Have any of us talked to Kanye's doctor, psychiatrist, therapist, or whatever? Do we know that he was actually diagnosed with being bipolar? Because this is a man who's been on 10 since forever. We got to remember, this is the same man who went into a record label's office and jumped up on a desk and said, I want your job. Then you got to think at the same time, this is the same man to look how he lost his mother. And he feels that it's partially his fault because he paid for it. That got to be a heavy hitter. That has to be a heavy hitter. But yes, I suffer from it. So that's why at times I can go days, weeks without recording not one video. Because my depression is that deep, even with my meds. But it's my depression on top of, like I've said before, my Behçet's. I mean, it's like, it's bad enough I have mental illness, but to have a physical illness with it too makes it even worse. Because it's like, what am I going to feel like today? Am I going to be able to get up and go? Or if I'm not able to get up and go? Then you got people coming at me. Like, y'all don't make my mental any better when some of y'all say the stuff that y'all say out y'all mouth. But it's like, I don't feel close. I mean, it's hard to explain. It's like some folk that I really know, that they really, I'm not going to blast them out, but certain family members on a side of mine, I feel that person's pain because of statements he's made, and I know I have attempted. Whereas some others, I'm like, whatever. I ain't buying it. Not buying it at all. But in order to help with my physical, my mental has to be right. In order to help with my physical has to be right. So certain things, yes, I am taking more serious now. Like taking my medication, I'm taking that serious. My doctors, I'm trying to make it serious to make every single appointment, even when they piss me off, because I'm like, look, I feel it. You might not feel it. You may not be able to say, but let them break your ribs and go in there and mess with that main organ. Then you tell me how you heal. It's a struggle. When people want to judge me, oh, well, your children need to come help. My children don't have to do nothing but be my children. That little boy, oh, yes. Because he does that to this little lady. Yes, he does. But I'm going to call all the other ones to come do something that they didn't do. They ain't do it. Then I'm stuck with neighbors that's all in my business. Like, they taking out my old refrigerator. She's right there. I ain't actually, cause y'all know crackheads, they are perfectionists at cleaning. A few that I know anyway. I don't know all of them like that, but a few I know are. But it's like, I never let myself, because I still to this day, like right now, when I'm done recording this video and I watch it, that's Queen, sorry.
That's the shirt. I just went out there with a hoodie.
Like, till this day, when I'm done making this video, and I lay here, and if I don't feel no pain at all, my mental is playing with me. My mental is like, at any moment that the defibrillator is going to go off, just brace yourself. But you can never brace yourself for a defibrillator going off. Or for you to all of a sudden something go wrong. And yes, I talked to certain people about it. I was talking to my cousin. It's not that easy sometimes. That's something that I work on every single day. For my children, for my granddaughter. Because I have people to prove wrong. And I want to prove you wrong. Should I say, I am proving you wrong. Because I am still here. Still here. Y'all heard the song. Never needed a team to help me keep afloat what I've been doing since 2014. My hospital trips, yeah, I did need a little mini a little mini team for that, because sorry, probably taking that because couldn't take number 5 to the hospital with me. But like, trust me, people, it's nothing wrong with therapy. I've said this and I will repeat it again. I know in my community, my culture, although, you know, went down a little rabbit hole, and I'm not completely all black, but I identify as alien / black. It's always pray, go to God. But that therapist you go to, she's able to address you and help you know why you're feeling what you're feeling. So don't so easily brush therapy aside. And she's not going to, your therapist isn't going to judge you. I learned that along the way. A therapist will sit there, listen to you, help you deal with whatever you're going through, and they have no judgment. Whereas you can go to family, friends, oh, what you need to do is, or maybe if, no, that's not what I need to hear. Sometimes I just need to release. So on that note, people, we'll come back to this another time. The light thing is dying again. I am getting sleepy because I took that Tylenol for this toothache, and I didn't realize I took the wrong Tylenol. I took the PMs. Hope y'all enjoyed that intro. I'm gonna call him right now and ask him about the intro. Well, his complete version of it, as well as when am I promoting now? Am I still promoting store.streamelement /water 2 R's to the NXBL, or his gear on Etsy? But to all my beautiful, wonderful, lovable survivors, just like War in the Sun, I'm out of here, coach.